This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Okay, did you gamble at all this weekend, bud?
No gambling for me.
Not even a pull tab.
No, I bought a scratcher.
Okay.
Bought a $5 scratcher Sunday morning. I was on a tampon run.
Yeah. And then so you got a scratch off?
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever.
Did you win?
I'm over it. No, I didn't. Didn't win. Didn't win. My wife got her tampons. She won.
Is that winning?
Glad somebody won. No, because you know why. No action for the old Johnston.
Oh, however will you go on? A Virginia woman bought a lottery ticket for the first time in her life and won $50,000.
Rot in hell, lady. Rot in hell.
I knew you would love this. Caitlin Berland told Virginia lottery officials that her mom asked her to pick up some lottery tickets from the 7-Eleven. She said the errand inspired her to buy her first ever lottery ticket.
Good. Good.
Stop
I hope you go to Cancun and get abducted.
You're such a dick.
Hey, what?
It gets better. She bought the daytime pick 5 drawing. She matched all 5 numbers 2, 9, 4, 2, and 3.
Wow.
So she got that $50,000, and she's going to use her winnings to help pay for her sister's college tuition.
Wow. What a waste of money. I take that right to... You know where I would take it.
I know.
And it would be gone in 3 days. Nobody goes to college when I win the lottery.
I knew you'd be a bright ray of sunshine about this story.
No. Well,
good for her.
Easy come, easy go. Why not?
Good for her.
That's the way it goes. No, that's the secret of lottery and winning is just
the randomness of it all.
The complete randomness of it all. You know, the first time you sit down and you do it. It's there's nothing worse than when you go to the casino.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
You have one of those nights where everybody around you is hitting jackpots. And no matter what machine, you're on the machine next to the dude hitting everything.
I thought you were going to say when you go to the casino and you win right away. And then you're like, well, I was going to spend like 2 hours here. Now what do I do?
I blocked out 9 hours to be here to spend all my money. I know. That's happened to me and other people I've been with. So. Yeah, that's a conundrum. You either go to the bar,
right? You need to cash out and just leave.
Yeah, it's probably if you go up $1,000, get the hell out of there.
Man, I was thinking like $140. What the hell? Oh, Jesus, we are clearly gambling at 2 different levels.
We have different entry points at gambling. I'll take 1,000 to win $10,000. No, you take 20 to win 100.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Is it? I'm pretty sure the millionaire book I'm reading is going to be like, why are you even going to the casino?
Mm-hmm.
But also it's entertainment. Like, I feel like you're going, like you need to go in with the attitude that you're having fun, not that you're going there to get paid.
Well, if you go there alone to stay all day, it's. You don't have any
titty elbow.
Well, you get titty elbow. Your bursitis blows up, and you get and you start chasing it.
Yeah.
When you're there that long, and you really shouldn't do that. And then, but you're right, hitting it early. What's the other secret? The other bad thing about a casino and is when you don't win on one machine and you start chasing your winners, your the money invested in that machine.
Yeah.
Like I just pumped $300 into this.
It's got to hit.
It's got to hit. All I got to do is put another $1,000 into it.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a bad attitude.
No, there are things you got to look at. There are signs. There are danger signs.
Yeah.
To look out for. But for the most part, if you go in there with friends and you've got a budget, boy, this great time.
Yeah.
Great times.
All right. Yeah, for the cruise ship, I think we're going to set an allotment for gambling. And once that's gone, that's it. So
They say the odds on a cruise ship are worse. We played blackjack on our Caribbean cruise and did great. We actually did great with slots. I didn't leave with money on the slots because you're right. I took the money I had to lose and play and win and have fun. But I think I lost $1,500 on the ship. But I was up huge at times. I had $1,000 on a slot. I had $1,000 hit, a $400. Yeah, blah blah blah. And then. Hey, it's a week-long cruise, and the martinis flow like the salmon of Capistrano.
yeah,
You know?
the lady at the slot machine is beckoning you.
Yeah, casinos are dangerous, or cruises are dangerous. I mean, it's just sex, booze, and gambling. I mean, there's...
I cannot wait.
Wait a minute. You mean I had...
There's also rock and roll on the one I'm going at.
I had 3... Yeah, just add rock and roll and some salve, and everything will be fine.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
Okay, it is National Beverage Day, which seems like a pretty broad topic. So I guess you're supposed to have a beverage of some kind.
Okay.
Now, I do have a map of the states, the most popular cocktails in states, which we all know a cocktail is a beverage. So, in Wisco, mojitos.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That's really funny. We were at Monk's yesterday in Sun Prairie and had lunch. And I had a mango mojito.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Look at you.
Thank you.
Almost every state is a margarita.
Yeah, sure.
Some martini sprinkled in there.
Mm-hmm.
Pina colada, a Bloody Mary state. But yeah, it's a lot of margarita.
Yeah.
And then some states have a drink called a Constantine. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it.
It's an old drink. It's an old drink from the 1930s. It's got a little bit of absinthe in it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I don't think you find that at Monk's.
you probably do.
No, really?
Yeah. Gin, vermouth, liqueur.
No kidding.
Maraschino liqueur, and then absinthe, and then orange bitters.
Interesting. I've never even seen that on a menu anywhere.
Yeah.
You have?
No, I haven't either.
Gotcha.
It's a strange one.
Okay.
Now, you were talking about the drunk map. You wanted to talk about the drunk map.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough to find mezcal. Forget about absinthe. Hey.
It's around more than it was.
The drunk map came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know the drunk map. You are the drunk map. I'm the drunk map.
Go on.
Welcome to the drunk map.
I get different things out of the drunk map than you do.
What do you get?
Sad.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, that's free country. Be sad.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to do about it?
It's fine.
I'm unsad. You don't have to drink.
Right, I know.
I enjoy the flavor.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's.
I actually collect umbrellas, so I have the world's
I would like
largest
to see that.
cocktail umbrella collection.
I would like to see that.
I have them from Key West. I have them from all over. I get them from the cruise. I get them from all over the place. I bet I have
the little paper umbrella.
Yeah, I bet I have 100 of them. It's by no means, record-setting material, but I have a stash of cocktail umbrellas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the states and counties that are home to the most excessive drinkers, right? We're not doing great. We are, I guess we're down a little bit. We're down 1 percentage point. Us in Montana are just killing it. We 25% of adults here binge drink, 24% in Montana binge drink.
What are the standards these days set by the government? I mean, their standards are pretty sketch. You drink 2 beers an hour, you're an alcoholic. Oh, okay, Skippy.
Well, that's not what it says.
Well, what is it? What's the formula?
For a typical adult, it's consuming 5 or more drinks or 4 or more drinks in 2 hours.
Oh, barrel.
Yeah.
So that makes me an alcoholic?
Well, what makes you an alcoholic is what happens when you do drink.
Or is it that's because it's 8 o'clock in the morning?
No.
Okay.
It's what happens when you drink. And is it affecting your life in a negative manner?
No, not yet. I'm sure it'll catch up with me in a large way.
Well, yeah, our counties are very dark blue on this map.
Yeah.
Dark blue, obviously, in the higher percentage. My God, down south they ain't drinking much at all.
Probably like the same color of my liver on that chart.
Authors of the study noted that during the peak of the pandemic, many states began offering expanded alcohol care on home delivery, and businesses serving and selling alcohol were allowed to remain open, so that might have affected some of these stats. The U.S. could tighten its alcohol consumption parameters for next year. That's what the National Institute on Alcohol and Alcoholism said. So they want binge drinking and excessive alcohol use to be qualified as even
tighter
drinks.
Parameters. Sure. And then what does that do for Joe Sixpack? I mean, that'll just take our number. That'll make our numbers go up.
That'll make more people qualify as binge drinkers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. They trying to shame people, or what are they trying to?
I don't think shame is the goal here.
What is the goal?
Education. I don't think a lot of, as people learn more about how terrible alcohol is for you.
Say you drink too much. Here's what the numbers show. You as a not a demographic, but a sector of people, whatever.
Yeah.
Because the map is weird. The state of Wisconsin is red, dark red.
Well, the one I'm looking at is blue, but whatever.
Okay, well, whatever the colors are. But they don't tend to bleed over into other states as much.
Right.
So it makes me wonder how the model works. Why is there no bleed over from a county from Wisconsin on a county line in Minnesota? Why is the reporting different? Is it sales per resident? There's something going on because you would think.
Well, it's self-reporting.
It's self-reporting. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not as honest about being a drunk in Minnesota as they are in Wisconsin.
I don't know that that's it. I think we just drink more here.
No. Tell me why a county next to a Wisconsin county on the state line goes from drunk to recreational cocktailing. That doesn't make sense.
How does it not make sense?
Because the people in that county probably go to the bars if they're in a Wisconsin or it's over the Minnesota line, whatever. I mean, they're probably drinking together. I don't know. It's weird. Something is amiss. You go from a dark red Wisco County.
Right. Well, Wisconsin, our culture is very alcohol focused.
Right. But it just goes from drunk to couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right.
Okay.
A county next to another county probably has the same amount of alcoholics in it. Why is it different?
Well, then, using your logic, the entire country would be filled with alcoholics.
No.
Because one county's next to another county through the whole goddamn country.
I'm just saying, why aren't people if people are that honest, self-reporting Wisconsin county, why does the Minnesota county, if there's a town there on the county line or whatever, why are they not reporting themselves? You don't just cross the county line and find people not drinking.
But this logic is hard I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, but then every county in Wisconsin would be as drunk as the county next to it, and that's not the case.
Well, it kind of is. We're pretty consistent here in the state within our borders, according to the map I'm looking at.
I mean, it's a few percentage points, just like it is across the Mississippi.
No, it drops off significantly if you look at an Iowa county or a Minnesota county. It's just weird. It's just weird how the drop off.
I'm looking at some Iowa counties, and they're at 22, 20, 19%. And Lafayette County, Grant County at 24, 22. It's not that big of a drop off.
Okay.
It's just a lighter shade, but it's not percentage wise.
Yeah.
It's not that huge of a drop off.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Because the map I looked at, the colors changed significantly. So whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it works.
But when you actually get in there to the numbers, they're not that far apart.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I don't think that shaming people is the goal. I think the goal is because I think a lot of people don't realize that they're binge drinking. They think they're just okay. I went out and had 4 drinks. That's okay. But when you binge drink, it does change the health repercussions. So I think it's like informing people, like, hey, 1 or 2 is okay, but once you start getting over that, there's a list of negative health effects, and social issues too, right? I mean, I'm curious, how much does alcohol consumption cost this state?
Oh boy.
Right.
Yeah. You have a number
No.
in mind? All right. I do. It's 87 billion.
It's a lot.
No, sure. What are you talking about? Car crashes, insurance,
Sure.
health,
Domestic
hospitals,
violence.
domestic violence. Yeah, down the line.
All that stuff.
Yeah, I'll give
know?
you. Sure.
And then you got to think about, those police officers go into those domestic violence situations, which are already going to be your most volatile situations that you go into, your highest odds of getting shot at as a cop. And then you add excessive booze consumption to it.
Supper clubs. Yeah.
It just makes it,
Yep.
it's a lot. I don't know. A lot of the people I see.
I look at it. I flip side of that coin is it could be 100 times worse, and we do it Wisconsinably, but not always.
No. And yeah, I see a lot of people in my my timeline, my news feed, whatever, really cutting back on the alcohol, if not completely
Yeah, it feels like
getting rid of it.
Feels like it.
And those THC drinks seem to be going through the roof. I know Trixie sells quite a bit of those. Shout out to Honeybee Cannabis Company. Hi, Woods. Wade Woods is the man. Yeah, so there you have it. And you know what? And them younger kids ain't drinking. They ain't drinking.
What are they into mostly? Gummies.
Sober. They sober. So.
Well, good.
Yeah, totally.
More for us.
And then you think about medically. You know what I'm like? Our insurance. So those of us, whatever, that have insurance and even whatever, us as taxpayers, how many of these folks with these chronic diseases, because they were drinking, are we funding their medical care for? And not saying that we shouldn't. We absolutely should. But how do we help them before we get to that level?
Well, I think you don't. If we're going to stay on that side of the conversation, I think it's a slow degenerative disease too. So you don't hear about it as bluntly as you would maybe other things.
Right.
It's a slow creep. My dad ended up in AA. To be completely honest with you,
right.
It was a slow creep. It happened over decades.
Right.
So it's not a headline, really, until somebody runs into a bus.
Right, and that seems to be what people need, is something big to happen, and then they're like, I need to stop, or a health issue or whatever. But, you even hear about these people that their liver is shot and they can't get on the transplant list because they won't stop drinking.
Yeah, right.
You know?
That's maddening.
Right.
I hear you.
It's wild to me.
Yeah. How do you get on that list? You have that number? Gotta take off.
You're not approved.
I just find somebody my type and just start making installment payments. Find somebody who's like 25. Start making their car payment.
Oh, somebody brought up a good point. They should tax the crap out of it like they do cigarettes.
Well, that would, I don't see that happening.
Not in this state.
No, I don't see that happening.
And
that or 3-4 DUIs. And I say that's on the Wisconsin scale. make you think twice about that.
And honestly, until you visit other states, I don't think you realize how drinking centered it is here.
Well,
it's kind of wild.
The first sign is you don't get a chaser with your Bloody Mary.
I know.
You're like, what? They're like, you want that and a beer? Yeah.
Like,
like you ain't.
Don't you judge me?
Yeah. Like, are you okay? Yeah. I'll be okay eventually.
So Utah County and Greene County in Alabama tied for the lowest rate of excessive
No
drinking.
kidding.
Yeah.
Does Wisco have
9%.
one particular zone of drunkie?
Well,
I wonder if college spike around campuses.
Dane County is at 26%.
Yeah, there you
pretty
go.
High. But then, once you get up north, too, there's quite a bit.
Sure, separate
But,
clubs.
we're really at... Yeah, we're all right around the same.
let's have an honest conversation. How long do you want to live?
I don't know. Well, what's going on in the world?
You're pooping yourself and I'm changing your diaper. How long do you want to live?
You're bad at that. I'm not. Nope. I want to be done. You don't get to change my diaper, you weird, kinky old man.
That's accurate on both counts. How long do you want to live?
I don't know. I want to be able to know who's around me.
Well, good luck. I figure 75 is a good round number. I always like that number.
Okay.
That'll be just fine.
Okay.
And I'll be happy. I don't want to. I want to know people. I don't want to be in a chair. I don't want to be bedridden. I don't want to, not be able to hear or see. Just
right.
Turn the lights out, man. 75 sounds good.
Okay, well, good luck.
And I'm on, couple of cocktails on the way to 75. What? I just say it. I'm saying what happens. I am an example of what happens if you work out, golf a little bit, stay active, still enjoy the cocktails.
Nate from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, said they do tax it in the South. They tax the hell out of it in the South.
Oh, there you go. That's probably
man. And I tell you what, that's lobbying money is very, very powerful, and I'll leave it at that.
The biggest lobbyist is Bob Corbell in the state. He has his own office in Milwaukee. It's an ivory tower, and it's where the brandy flows like the salmon of Capistrano.
All right. Newer, gayer, dumber. That's JJO News.
Yo.
Hi, man. About time you answered the phone.
Hey, what are you, the radio critic?
Yeah, actually I am.
The F, dude.
Good morning.
What do you want, Dick?
Hey, because you're calling about us down here in Alabama, about Greene County and everything. I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, is this Nate?
Yes, and we drink like a stove bitch.
Well, the self-report. It's a self-reporting study. So
well, let's do a study.
Apparently,
are you
drink and lie is what happens.
I think the map.
Listen
on the tax revenue.
What
That's
now?
how they get their numbers.
Okay, all right, all right, sure. Well, that's what I said. I said, well, do they go by sales?
Well, you seem so dumbfounded, and Biatch is sitting there trying to correct you, and you wouldn't listen.
About what?
No.
I support the cause, man.
I know you do. I appreciate you, dude. What do you drink when you drink? What are you into?
Well, I my give a damn got busted when I woke up this morning.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to call the boss and say I ain't coming to work today.
Nice.
I'm sitting at home drinking a Bloody Mary.
Attaboy.
All right.
That's not, that barely qualifies as a cocktail. It's full of tomato juice.
It's like a vegetable.
It's like a vegetable.
No, the tomato juice is only for color. I ain't stupid. You know where Rockford, Illinois is?
Sure.
That's originally where we're from.
Ah, okay. And then what are you doing? What are you doing?
12 years now.
What do you do? What are you into?
Well, I was a boat mechanic for 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided I burned out. I decided to work on forklifts instead.
Cool, dude. Hey, it's beautiful country. I don't blame you. I worked in Birmingham for a couple of years, and we were down Tuscaloosa. Yeah, we were down. What was that? What was that?
Now.
What was that barbecue place down there? That famous barbecue place we'd run.
Moon or
No.
Archibald?
No.
Or,
Say it and I'll know it. We used to go all the time. God, I'm horrible.
Oh, Jesus.
That's wet. That's wet brain.
You got the wet brain.
Yeah, that's alcoholic wet brain.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, ass. Damn.
Not you. No, you're okay. You're okay, man.
Dreamland?
That's it. Dreamland.
Oh, dude.
Dreamland.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Yeah, that's where you went?
Yeah, Dreamland. We would also, I still get their sauce from time to time. I got a buddy who brings it up.
Oh, God dang.
Yep.
Hell, I'll send you some. Just give me an address.
Completely famous, one of the
It's
best
20
barbecues.
minutes down the road from
All right.
where I'm at out in the woods.
Yeah, it's way out in the woods.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of people get scared out there.
No, I wanted to let you know, I mean, that study is bullshit. Because down here, trust me, Roll Tide in this town gets as drunk as anywhere in Wisconsin.
I can vouch. I live there. All right, dude. All right, Nate. Hey, man.
Thank you.
It's good to hear from you, brother.
Thanks
Take care.
for calling in, man.
Yep.
All right.
That'd be good.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you, bud.
Bye.
See.
I wish you would call every day.
What do you think? What do you think that does when, say, you tune into a Bucks game and you see Aaron Rodgers and sports figures chugging beers on television?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised they do that. And I know it's grown-ups doing grown-up things. I'm shocked they show that on television. I am.
Yeah.
On a, you know. I wonder what the complaints look like on something like that. There's something we've never looked into. I mean, we laugh at it. I mean, I'm laughing at it.
Yeah.
But
all right. But what is it their responsibility to be the role model for your kid? Is that kid watching him chug a beer and being like, I need to chug a beer too?
Well, no, my point being the people that do it are usually famous billionaires, you know, all the people that usually end up on television. But.
By the way, Aaron Rodgers did not chug the beer. He
True.
sipped
That's true. He quit.
like a pansy little bitch.
He's got to remember
that's what he is. He doesn't eat cheese curds.
He's a
and he can't chug a beer.
He's a transplant, some bitch.
He's a baby.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
All right. Now, we've all done stupid crap, especially in our teenage years, in our 20s, right?
I shot the neighbor girl.
And then especially if you get a group of people in that same age range.
Sure.
Dumb choices are made. 18s are facing potential trespassing charges after sneaking into an abandoned missile silo in eastern Colorado.
Yeah.
And forcing an hours-long rescue operation after one of them fell in. Hey, listen.
Help me.
At least they didn't just leave the kid there, you know? Authorities say the group squeezed through a broken gate at the entrance of the silo during the wee hours of Sunday morning.
Wee.
And at some point, one of the boys in the group plummeted 30 damn feet into the silo.
Unbelievable.
The sheriff's office says the call for help came in at 3:30 in the morning. Deputies and teams from 4 different fire departments were dispatched to the scene. You done woke everybody up, where they found 5 kids at the top of the silo.
Remember baby Jessica went down the well.
Yes. Those teens told rescuers that along with the one who fell in, 2 other boys had gone in after their friend and whoops, could not get out. Crews began a difficult operation to get them out. Deer Trail Fire Chief Rich Lovelace,
Mr. Lovelace,
said the mission was carried out like a high-angle rescue, with crews lowered into the silo with ropes.
Jeez.
Once underground, the operation took on its own unique challenges. Inside the facility, it's cave darkness, so there's no light unless you bring it with you. There's only one person next to you that you can hear. Both men described hazards inside like collapsed concrete, jagged metal, and pools of water.
Jagged metal.
Yeah, and complications including intermittent radio signals.
What's he doing out there? Why are those not plugged up? What's going on there? I thought those were all filled
Well,
in.
they're fenced off.
Yeah.
Should have been enough. Like,
electric fence. It's all good. Well done. Well.
it's seemingly endless tunnels of danger. That's a great quote.
You leave my wife out of this.
There are some massive spaces and then some very small spaces.
Yeah.
Rescue teams lost contact with the ground for about 20 minutes at one point.
That is so teenager. Hey, let's go to the missile silo at 3 a.m.
It's so teenager. It is peak teenager dumbness.
Drink some beer with our playboys, hang out.
Oh,
have a good
my
time.
God.
See if we can launch a missile. Yo, yeah, we're going to climb down in there and launch a missile.
It took hours to reach these kids.
No kidding.
About 6 a.m.
Yeah, unbelievable.
2 uninjured persons who were staying with the victim were rescued from inside the silo. Rescuers got the injured teen a short time later, but it would take 2 more hours to bring that dildo to the surface.
How many dildos we have? Things I want to hear. Dispatch, how many dildos? How many dildos do we have in a silo? Dispatch, we're looking at 4 dildos down the hole. 4 dildos. Count 4. That's 4 confirmed dildos.
He suffered serious injuries, but not until... Dude, just wait till your dad gets home, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, very much so, dude. I remember the fear. I do.
Yep. And once out of the silo, he was airlifted to the hospital, so that's $30,000. His condition has not been updated as of this morning. 6 members of the group were reportedly minors, while the other 2, the victim and one of the boys who stayed inside the silo with him, are 18. The uninjured 18-year-old has received a summons for third-degree criminal trespass, and trespassing charges are possible for the other 7. F around and find out.
Boy, oh, boy.
The silo is one of 6 in the eastern half of the state that once housed the Titan I intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment said some of those silos still contain chemicals, radiation, petroleum, and paint.
Probably all asbestos-lined silos and lead from 1965.
Now, they did inspect it in 2009 and did not find any of the radiation, petroleum, or paint problems. So there you have it. Oh.
And it didn't have. Did you say it didn't have a lid on it, or
it must not have.
Crawl around something to get down, or you think just for wildlife they'd cap that stuff or fill it in or whatever.
Even animals are smart enough to avoid that.
I thought that was their job to demissify.
I think they had to climb up on something and then he fell in.
Yeah, I suppose.
So,
well, you think it'd be filled with water? You could have drowned.
There is some water in there. Yeah.
Well, the silos I see all have kind of like a metal. What am I trying to say? They're not just empty. Well, maybe they are, but it seems to have like metal framing.
Like rebar or whatever.
You know, sure, like a bridge.
Yeah.
To support the missile.
Right.
You'd think you would have cut yourself in half falling down there.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Man, oh, man.
It was dumb.
Maybe they had a rope. Maybe they fell at the end. Who knows?
They did not have a rope.
No
They're
ropes.
just being dumb.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hot damn. 3:30 in the morning, you jagoffs. The hell?
Maybe they didn't even know it was a missile silo. Maybe he just walked into it.
Oh, my God.
I mean, doesn't it kind of make you kind of want to go out and check out for missile silos out in the middle of nowhere?
No.
No?
It makes me want to not
Like a
do any of that.
Like a high school tradition. We're going to go out and get. We used to have this place in Ohio where everybody would go to get stoned. It was at one of our state parks, and there was a waterfall.
Yeah.
And behind the waterfall was this cave, and you could go back in there.
That sounds cool.
It was cool, and you go back and just get stoned out of your gourd. And it was like it was supposed to be like a senior tradition.
Right.
Only seniors were allowed to go.
And then
and then I was there in the 9th grade with my sister. What is this, marijuana? Oh, yes. I feel smarter already. Yes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I mean, exploring in the woods is one thing, but I ain't about to go
Yeah.
squeeze through a fence.
Right.
Like, there's your first sign you shouldn't be in there. But yeah, and then it's dark out. Yeah, it's just teenage crap. Just teenage crap,
Sure.
man.
It's all fun and games until you're free falling into to
30
China.
feet, you're
30
right.
feet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Missile silo. What could go wrong? I have a map. I have the map of the entire complex. I got it from a movie. It was what was that? What was it? War Games. I got the map from War Games. I saw the movie.
Oh no.
So funny.
Yeah.
Teenage, just good teenage thrills and chills. Dude.
Yeah, and unfortunately, someone got hurt. I mean, and I wonder if they've gone in there before and nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Because it's not like they're out there in the middle of nowhere watching them goddamn sites. They ain't.
True.
You know? So whatever. But
I wonder if they had to. I wonder if they could go straight down. I wonder if they had to like go in like a side. I wonder if they could just pull him right up out. Or they had to crawl through a tunnel somewhere to get in
They
there.
said endless tunnels of danger. So there had to be.
Doesn't that make you want to go check it out?
I want to see inside. Yeah, and it was totally dark in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just glad none of the rescue people got injured, and I hope the kid will be okay. I'm sure the parents are reeling from the med flight bill already.
No kidding, dude.
But yeah.
That is brutal.
Hot dog.
All right, well.
I think they all learned a lesson, or not. I mean, they are teenagers. They'll probably do the same stupid thing 4 times.
If you were to call me, you and Lance called me and go, dude, we found a missile silo in out by our radio tower in Watertown.
You'd be like, I'm bringing the hot dogs.
And it says, danger, do not approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, curiosity, man. You want to do stuff like that. I would probably go check it out. One in the morning and too many bush lattes. I'd probably go check out the missile silo. You go first, biatch. Let me know if there's.
I'm definitely not going first. I'm gonna hang out and watch it happen.
I still have not done the tour in South Dakota of the not Edwards. What's the South Dakota base right there at Grand Rapids called? I forget. Jesus, I'm losing it, man. I was looking at the Jackal pictures. They all went out. Ellsworth. Yeah, Ellsworth. You go out and take a tour. All the bombers are sitting there, and you get the dime tour. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackal did say they were out there.
Mm-hmm. They got
crazy.
to meet the pilots and all that stuff. Yeah, pretty badass stuff.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's not very far. I was in the rally last year. We were at a couple of bars. I was talking to some of the guys that worked out there. They were kids, and they were operating drones in the Middle East.
Not falling into silos.
Not falling into silos.
Isn't that something?
I said to the kid, cut me off right up until the point where you have to kill me if you tell me something.
Jesus Christ.
'Cause it'll be embarrassing. I'll be 40. I can't move that quick.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.